two ways to tell if somebody's a good person. One, how do they treat service staff? Like if you go out to a restaurant, how do they treat that person? If they treat them like a dick, the person's probably a dick. The other way is how is that person as a partner in a workout? Those two situations can really tell you a lot about a person. And we're going to talk about how to be a great partner in a workout. Coach Barrick here, Equity Podcast, giving you tools to be fit for life. And I want to talk about partner workout just because it's a fun way to mix it up. It's a fun way to, be around other people, to do something a little bit different. It's a great way to get some interval work in. So partner workouts are they're a lot of fun. If you need a rest, your partner's there to pick you up. If your partner needs some help, you're there to pick them up. So it's just a really great way to get fit, to be around other people, to build a connection. It just hits so many boxes in what we're trying to do in the gym, right? We're looking for eat, sleep, recover, move, connect, and how we think. And it just hits so many different boxes that it's just a great tool in the toolbox. So what do we need to do to really be the best possible partner that we can in a workout? And it starts before the workout even starts, and that's setting expectations. What are you good at? What am I good at? Are we going to split this even? Are we going to split it up? What's our strategy for the workout? How are we going to count? Who's going to keep track of what? Set expectations for the workout. There's so many different things that can change, that you need to communicate on. And the first time you're not going to get it all right, but that's okay. Over time, you'll start getting, know what you like and work better at those things. Everybody has their little things that they like to do during a workout. And if your partner doesn't know that, they don't know that. And you have to let them know. Make sure that, you're doing something that works for both of you. So setting expectations, huge one. Make sure you're on the same page with that. Now we're going to get a little bit more general. The next one is to bring people up. And this can be a little bit different. Like bringing people up is going to be different for different people. When I coach, I'm going to coach different people in different ways. There's some people that like the drill sergeant thing, like, come on, let's go, push. And there's other people that don't respond well to that. So I'm going to coach them a little bit different. It's the same for a partner. If you just coach everybody, if you treat everybody the same way, that's not going to be effective, right? There's people that like to have a little bit of humor when they're working out, a little more laid back. There's other people that want to be super strict and, hey, this is exactly how it needs to go and I don't want to deviate at all. So knowing that person, knowing your partner can help you figure out how you're going to help bring that person up. So we want to make sure, we've done a podcast on this before a while ago, is we want to be a fountain in general. And we don't want to be a drain, right? We want to bring people up. We don't want to bring them down. And that looks different to different people. So we want to make sure that we are being a fountain for that person and not a drain. Just yelling at people to go faster or to try harder, most of the time that's not gonna bring them up. So what is that thing that pushes them? Find that. Fountain, not a drain. The other concept that I like to use, and we use this as coaches as well, is to help first. My goal when I'm in doing a workout with a partner is to be helpful. I am there to help them do this workout. So if they're struggling on a movement or struggling on something, I'm there to help. Or vice versa, what it could be is, hey, they really like doing something else, They really like this particular movement. I'm going to let them do a little bit more of that. Or, hey, this person is really weak in this one area, but they want to get stronger at it. So I'm going to let them do a little bit more because they told me, hey, I really want to work on this. A partner workout, I have work-rest ratio, or I've that work-rest. So it'll really let me practice this movement I'm not good at. So I'm going to pull back a little bit so that they can work on that movement. It's not just about, hey, what can I get out of this workout? It's how can I help them have fun? How can I help them get better? How can I help them get out of the workout what they want to get out of the workout? Maybe it's, hey, our goal is just get the best time, and then that's how we're going to do it, right? So think help first. How can I be helpful to my partner? I've kind of talked about this before with the setting expectations, and that's to have a plan. And there's a lot of different things that we need to have a plan about when we're getting ready to do a workout. The first one is just, hey, what's our strategy? How are we going to tackle this workout? Are we going to split it even? Or are we going to kind of play to our strengths? Are we going to try to pace it? Are we just going to go full tilt? How are we going to split the reps up? The next part is, how are we going to count the reps? Right? So, are we going to, if we're splitting it even, are we going to count cumulatively? Right? So I finish 8 reps and then you start 9, 10. Right? How are we going to know? How do we know when to switch? I'm going to count, I'm going to 10, I'm going to say 9, 10, and that'll be your cue to start. Right? How are we going to communicate where we're at so we don't lose track? Because now it's not just you that you have to worry about counting reps. You have to make sure that your partner is counting reps, or is it just all on one person? Because sometimes that's really helpful as well. Like if there's a lot of transitions, sometimes just having one person count can make it a lot easier. That one person better be on it though. So how do we have a plan? What is our plan to count reps? How do we adjust the workout as we go? How do you like reps being counted? When do you like them being counted? When should we mark the next round? If we need to adjust, how do we adjust that? Hey, do we have a plan A? Do we have a plan B? What happens if we just go off the rails? Right? Generally, plan A is good, but sometimes we need another plan. Hey, what's another way we can break this up if we need to? Having a plan for all those little things. Hey, how are we going to logistically set everything up? How are we going to rotate through? How are we going to know who's next? And if you work long enough with a person, if you've worked with somebody multiple times, a lot of times it's nonverbal. But that first time you're with somebody, you're going to probably be very verbal. But eventually you can tell when it's your turn to go, or when there's a lot of nonverbal eventually. That takes time to build with people. Communication in general, and this kind of goes to the last one, kind of lean into the next one, is how do you like to be communicated with? How do you like getting those reps called? How do you like tracking your reps? Do a lot of different things that we need to focus on communicating depending on the workout. So make sure that you know how each other likes to be communicated with. Sometimes it can just be a head nod, especially towards the later part of the workout. When do you like to know? Do you like a 5 rep count warning? Do you like a 1 rep count warning? A lot of that depends on the movement, right? How much time do you need to go to that next movement? So during the workout, that main thing is communication and understanding what each of you want, what each of you expect. Bring people up. Be a fountain, not a drain. Be helpful, right? If somebody's struggling, help them out. So that's kind of during the workout, before the workout. We finish the workout. High five, great job. Tell them something that they did really well. Tell them something that that workout went really well for them. Where did they do something well? What was a bright spot for them? Give them some feedback. And then you can start asking some more questions. Hey, what went well during that workout overall, like for both of us? What did we do really well together? If we were to do that workout again, what would we change? Would we change the rep scheme? Would we change how we communicated? What would we do differently? And this is that awareness. This is that self-analyzing. This is where we can really start making really good gains, because it's not just about the strategy of the workout. It's like, oh, you know what? I realized I didn't warm up enough, and my thrusters really, struggled in the first half of that workout. If I would have warmed up a little bit more, I think it would have been better. Having some self-reflection in that is going to help us get to where we get faster. That's one of the biggest things we can do in order to get better in our fitness and our health and everything, is to be able to step back from what we just did and figure out what we did well and what we can do better and learn from it. Man, my movement efficiency wasn't very good. I need to work on that next time. My communication was really poor when I got tired. I just kept forgetting to tell them where I was at. And then we had a really long transition time. Hey, I was really gassed on the double unders, and that's something that I'm usually really good at. But now when I go in a partner workout and I'm going faster, that really made me struggle with them, right? Having the ability to self-coach is going to get you to where you want to get faster. And it's not just in the gym, it's in everything. If we are able to be aware and intentionally attack things that we want to get better at, that's how we get better at it in the long run. So, in this new year, in this next month, going forward in your life, be a better partner. And all of these things can be used in your life in general. Set expectations from the start. Bring people up. Help first. Have a plan. Have a backup plan. Adjust on the fly as needed. Communicate throughout the thing that you're tackling with your partner. And then revisit whatever you're doing. Analyze what you're doing. Have a little self-reflection about what you're doing. If you do that in life in general, when you're working in teams, you're probably going to be doing all right. Thank you. As always, I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day. If you think this might be helpful for somebody, share it with them. What are some of your weird partner things that you make sure to tell your partner to do? So, comment, let me know. I'd love to hear some of the weird things, or, it's probably not weird to you, but what is the thing that you always tell a partner before you start a workout? I want to hear them. As always, thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate you. Remember, invest in yourself. Cheers.